Nigga want to be a student. Nigga want to be a student at the same time, like not be. I ain't getting no fucking anger in myself with that. See, that shit ain't gonna work.
What?
Leave that alone.
I was trying to make sure that wasn't mine.
Nah, that's something else over there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, what was I at?
Oh, you talking about that student? You want to be, the top one.
The top was shooting.
Yeah.
So, alright, so what ended up happening with me, bro, once I got here, I was already reading this before I left.
Mm-hmm.
I was already reading a go or two before I left. It was a Bobby Hemmett recommendation. Mm-hmm. I think he was talking about in the video, I was slick want to say it was the love tape.
Okay.
I slick want to say it was the love tape.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Panic referenced it again too.
Mm-hmm.
So I started tapping into it. I got back on it once Panic died.
Mm-hmm.
Once Panic died, I'm like, damn. Because I've been just grinding, trying to make this bread. Because I'm moving up here to Dallas and shit.
Right,
so I'm like, shit, I'm grinding. And I ain't, everything we do, we live spiritual. So we never really out of connection. But, work, I wouldn't directly put any type of work or study in.
Right.
And I'm picking this motherfucker up. So by the time I got up here, I ended up reading a passage that was talking about the three gunas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading it, and I'm getting an understanding of. I think I had put like a little miniature video up on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, well, it's always this three.
Mm-hmm.
It's always this three, bro. It's always this three, and they just barely touched on it, or just at least in that section, they barely touched on it, and I fall asleep. So when I wake up in the morning, I get a notification from Travis Majors.
Oh yeah. I know.
Man, I'm fucking with Trav, bro.
Yeah, I met
I'm
Travis
fucking. You did?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm fucking with him, bro. I'm fucking with him. I woke up. See, like, I've been subscribed to his YouTube, but, like, I ain't really been tapped in with this shit.
Right.
And he woke up and he got talking about the three. When I woke up, I see he had a video that he posted the night before about the 3 levels of the soul. Man, what's up with this 3 shit? You know what I'm saying? So I ended up tapping into him and seeing what he talking about. And he did like a 5-hour video on like how it's actually 3 levels to the soul, bro. Mm-hmm. And he referenced this book, the Top of Shooting book. Mm-hmm. He put out ribbons out of hell, then some out the Golden Dawn Hermetic Order, then the Yoga Patanjalis, and then I think the Rana Darshan. Man, bro. This Vedic shit ain't no hope. See, this Vedic shit ain't.
I was just telling my bro to listen to the Upanishad, so I be listening to it, you know what I'm saying, just on the audio, you know what I mean?
That's what, bro. That shit transformative, bro. And like that's what I'm saying. Is like it's not really like by accident or coincidence, because once I got down here, bro, it was like overnight. My level of attachment to who I felt I was, and what I felt I wanted. Like, of course, we live in the physical realm, so we're not gonna lose complete desires. That's, you know what I'm saying. That's what it is. But it's like, damn, my level of drive for these desires, or my level of attachment to these desires, have like replenished like massively, bro. And it was just like on some, like, I swear to God, it felt like it was overnight. Like after I went to sleep reading about that shit, bro, I just started feeling like, I mean, you know, that shit cool, but it's like, I don't care. Right. I don't even think I'm recording, bro. Oh, no. Oh, I am. Okay. Yeah. I need to be on Do Not Disturb, though. But yeah. You know, and that really started happening with me because, I mean, once you get into, once you get into the spiritual shit, you really start shedding levels of yourself anyway. But it's like, I'm seeing a lot of people that don't understand, like, this shit is continuous until you leave. And that's why I'm going to bring you into that point. Shit, even when you leave. You see what I'm saying? Because, like, once you leave, the only thing you got is the mind. The mind is the only thing that transfers. The body belongs to Prakriti or the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, bro, I seen what you talked about on the video, and I think you said, matter of fact, bro, I ain't even introduced. I ain't even introduced to God. And
we just get straight in.
Yeah, we just went straight in.
That's how it be, though.
I want you to introduce yourself, bro, for my people on my YouTube channel. Of course, they don't know you're gonna get tagged. And I know you had a name. Now, I won't even say a name change. It's something that probably been with you anyway in the spirit. But I want you to introduce yourself the proper way, my guy.
Okay, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So yeah, my name is His Royal Highness Kunaga Nakash. You know, I basically have a YouTube channel, Neighborhoodnegus. You know, definitely love the study of life, the study of self. And I'm a tantric practitioner, sonic alchemist. I kind of dive into a lot of different things. Some people consider me a shaman. Some people consider me a priest king. Just depends on who I'm talking to, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm just a study of life, and I enjoy the expression of it. So glad to be here, you know, in the space. It's such a divine space, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, man. He got the ambiance in here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know what's going on, you know what I mean? But it's here, you know?
Hey, and I gotta brag about my guy, man. I'm gonna tell y'all like how, like, before we get into it, like bro, like it's no accidents or coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I really made friends, like, and they more than friends, we kindred. You know what I'm saying? Like I really made friends during 2020, 2021. And that was one of the questions I'm gonna end up asking too. But like during this time, bro, Clubhouse, bro.
Right.
Clubhouse, bro.
Clubhouses.
You know what I'm saying? And we always talk about how technology is interrupting spirituality and this and that.
Right.
But the facts of what it really is, this shit works in our benefit.
Right.
It's actually working in our benefit because I'm gonna tell you, I went through my own. You know, we always go when we go through our breakthroughs to coming into consciousness. We go through it on a personal level, and then I talk to everybody. Everybody ends up running to YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They end up finding other people out there because you don't find them in your vicinity.
Right.
For the mass majority. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I ran into this guy, another homegirl, two other homies, like, bro, we all like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, never physically been in the same space. Like, I done met women like that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, a guy like this, bro, like, I got the utmost respect for him, and we'll probably get into it later, because, like, he actually did help me do some real deal heart level chakra transformation off a simple conversation. I don't even think I told him, but I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. It's perfect though. Okay, let's go back into it, because your video, you were talking about an experience of death, right? And of course we know on a conscious level we go through several deaths.
Right.
Actually, like what I was just explaining, that's another death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I believe you stated that you actually did a meditative or breath practice. Is that what you're saying?
So
explain.
Yeah, all right. So the first time, this is before the experience that he's referring to, but the first time I did have experience of death was during a breathing technique, which is a variation of the fire breath technique and the breath of fire.
You talking
that. We was on that heavy at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got some breakthroughs through that my damn self.
Yeah, man. So like when I first I had a homie, and we linked up and we would build, and he ended up teaching me. And so how I learned to do it though was laying down. Because it's not much stress going on in the body. You don't have to think about like keeping your body as up, but you're just in the most comfortable setting. So as I was laying down and just focusing on that breath, I had that experience of DMT activation. And then the DMT activation happens upon death, right? So that's when I correlated to, oh wow, like this is what it's like to experience the other side, or peeling back past the veil. And then I correlated that to the experience that I was referring to in the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a whole other experience that I was really talking about in the video.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Damn. Okay. So those were actually two separate experiences, but at the same time, connected. Because I mean, like, how is it really not connected anyway? You see what I'm saying? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was basically like talking about reverse engineering death. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, we go through this experience, but how can I take it and then take the gems and all the stuff and then apply that? And then so that way it's like when we actually do transition, it's like, okay, there's no fear, there's like acceptance, there's all these things. You know what I mean?
See, and I want to speak generatively on that, like, or specifically on that, because and that's gonna be another question I had, like, bro, because when I was young, bro, I always had like a fascination, like, with endings, like how shit gonna end, and I want to be more specific. Like, when I was young, I was, you know what I'm saying, we from the South, we all grew up Baptist, so, or some form of Christianity, so it's like, damn, when I was young, they used to tell me to read the Bible, but I was fascinated with Revelations. Like, I never read other shit else. My granny, you know what I'm saying, God rest her soul. And she used to be like, boy, you know there's other books in there. I'm like, read something else. I'm like, but I want to see how this shit gonna end. I was fascinated with it, you know what I'm saying? And then I started, like, in my other videos, I started speaking about experience I had with La Santisa Santa Muerte. Like, and because I was really trying to, because I was coming heavy out the streets, and like, it was a certain point, like 2016, of course, before that too, but like 2016, I'm losing a lot of homies, and I'm losing like homies who, like, don't get me wrong, these niggas are real deal in the streets and do what they do, but their hearts really made of gold, bro. They just living amongst the circumstance that they was brought up in, you know what I'm saying, which you can't blame. But I'm seeing like certain ones die, and I'm like, bro, like, it don't make sense. Like, why would this nigga be dead? Like, it's so many niggas who do fucked up shit, bro. Like, but the ones with the good hearts who actually want to see family members, loved ones not hurt or not suffer, even though they may put them paws on your ass, or they might have to come, you know what I'm saying, do some cause and effect, because whatever the cause or what it was. But you know, it's like, damn, like, how do these niggas die, bro? Like, I gotta get to the bottom of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, and that's why, like, peace to the guy Panic, because like he homed in on that shit. He homed in on that shit hard, bro. He was like, you gotta, and I think that's what, like, his last videos, he was talking about, everything was about the mind, because he was about to start the cyclomancy class. Cyclomancy, for y'all who may not know, it's a psychic ESP development book that's been out for probably fucking 100 years now. Fuck if I know, but like, some real deal shit. So, and he was, because once he broke it down, it's like, damn, once you look what all our ancestors left behind, like he said, he got a video on how to die and not come back. They left all this shit about when you die, nothing goes with you but your mind. So like, why is the most important thing, what's the most important thing to work on while you're here is your mind, right? And like you said in the video, it's like a hell state is in the mind. Like you said, some people think it sounds cliche, hell is in the mind, or this. Bruh, everything that we experiencing, that you seeing me, all this shit is in your mind. Like, but that's another story. But at the same time, all that is in your mind. So it's like, why not work on the mind the most? And like, with these practices, and it's taught with Shooty, or anything Tantra, anything yoga, you know what I'm saying? It's meditation, all that shit comes from what we call it, you know what I'm saying? Meditation comes from the whole Vedic or the yogic system. So it's like, the most important thing for us to do is work on those minds and get more in control of our level of awareness in those minds. Because if you, like you said, if you leave and end up going to this next or whatever state of your mind, you can actually go into a hell state. You know what I'm saying? Because you thinking in fear. You know what I'm saying? Or you done grown this level of attachment to this physical place, and you don't want to accept the fact that you're gone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I think you were saying something, it was like, damn, and that's, man, you said this, bro. You said, it is what it is. Yeah. Then you hit that next level, bro. Right. That's it right there. That's it right there, because you 39.
Next year, I'm 29.
29, okay, goddamn. You just turned 29. Yeah, I could have sworn I thought you was 30. But off of this, okay, you got 29 years of attachment to this body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people got to understand. Like, once you leave and go through these next levels of process, like, bro, you already have a level of attachment to the physical body. So that's one level you're going to have to detach from. Then what you say, man, my mama, damn, my sister. You know, that, like, how they gonna feel, what they gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are levels of, these attachment, or matter of fact, how they break it down in here, these are actual levels of the ego, the I-ness, the I am this, I am not that. I feel like this, I don't feel like that. I like that, and I don't like that. Like, these levels, bro, is like, this is the work. You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard Bobby speak, when I heard Penny speak, when I heard Phil speak, when I heard Dr. Blair speak, like motherfuckers talking about doing the work. These the level of work. It's all the mind. Don't get me wrong. Like my guy here, he's definitely, you know what I'm saying. If I want to know something vegan, my guy here is gonna put me on point. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but I'm also coming into more acceptance of understanding that, which I knew it was a knowledge standpoint of information standpoint, but having the actual understanding and the action to actually want to carry out eventually, because the nigga just hate Sonic. So to eat healthier though, because like when you do, because that's what it teach about in here too. It's like, you know what I'm saying, have a different set of diet than what you would normally do, because that can put a lag on the actual process of what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, damn, bro, that's where I was going. I feel like you was gonna say something earlier about that.
You know, it's interesting because I was realizing that well, I guess to kind of backtrack a little bit. So to speak on first off the dieting aspect. Okay, so as I was kind of learning, even to go back further, because I remember what I wanted to speak on. We were talking about the mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was realizing too that a part of me even being able to get out of that construct of hell during the second experience I was referring to, there had to been some type of work on the heart space. And so I'm bringing up that because typically emotions are like chemical reactions, you know what I mean? But those chemical reactions, you know, we can find in when we do certain things. Like if we're looking to like feel better, sometimes people eat chocolate or different stuff to produce that serotonin, you know. But then it's like when we're considering the coherence between the mind and the heart, you know, because when you're being weighed on the scale of Ma'at, the heart is lighter than a feather. You know what I mean? So then it's like when we correlate like it all together, at least from the experience that I was having, the acceptance kind of gave me a way out, because if I was to had continued to think about the situation that I was in, because I was repeating in loops, you know what I'm saying? Those hell states are like loops, and we see those cycles just within our everyday, you know, experience of this this form of space or reality, you know, because we have retrograde moments where we come and get into that other cycle, you know, and then, but in that space, the cycles were a lot faster. It just was like, oh, I'm here again. Oh, and I was like, oh, I'm dead, here again. Oh, I'm dead, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm here again. Like, it was like so fast, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that hell state was happening for me, at least. And then it's like, if I would have decided to go even deeper, like, oh man, like, because even correlating to the fact that, yeah, during that time, I was probably like maybe 25. I think I was around 25, 26. Okay. I just turned 26, like around that time, 25, 26. And so when that was happening, I guess because I hadn't been in this vessel as long as somebody else, like I have an OG who been through similar situations, but the time when it happened with him, he was 37. So he went further down into the hell state because he's thinking about all the stuff he hadn't accomplished, all these things, like, you know, it's like going even deeper, because it's like, I've been here, I didn't do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and it wasn't even a DMT experience for him. He just kind of fell out while he was sweeping and mopping. He was like, you know, yeah. So he was going, he was dying, you know what I mean? And so somehow, you know, the creator or whatever let him come back into his body. I don't even know what was happening, but long story short, he was telling me like, okay, yeah, I was going even further. And then once you have that level of acceptance for what it is, and it's like, okay, now I can expand and go back in the opposite direction. It kind of broke that cycle, because now you're not constantly putting that same pressure on yourself, and that's the hell state like that I was referring to, because even something as like you were saying, it seems like you living a lot blissful life, you know what I mean? But when you let go of like there's a lot of those desires and things like that, because that was keeping you in a hell state, where it's like, you know, and it could be like a higher level of hell, you know what I'm saying?
Because but nothing less.
You know what I mean?
It's still that hell state.
It's still that, you know what I'm saying? And when you kind of let go of those things or say having something for what is, it's like, okay, now I can go and just, the opportunities or possibilities are like endless, you know what I mean?
Now.
Like,
they're abundant now.
It's abundant, right? And so to correlate that with the food, as I just recently did a 40-day water fast, right? I went like 44 days because I did 4 days with juice, but 40 water. And I was even thinking, I was like, man, you know, about 2-3 weeks in, I was like, yeah, we really don't even have to eat. You know what I mean? But the senses are what was like causing me, because it's like, even when I started eating again, I was like, man, like the feeling, the sense, the smell, like all the thing, the touch, the texture, all of that, like eating is a sensational thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I was realizing that because I'm like, oh wow, 30 days in, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool, I'm just drinking water. But at that moment, I couldn't even drink water no more. Like my body was rejecting that. But then I was also taking into consideration, like, because I didn't grow up eating just like vegetarian, vegan. You know what I mean? Like I grew up eating meat and stuff like that, but my cousins was vegetarian. So like when I go over there, they was Muslims. So I go over there, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm eating like them, you know what I mean? But I'm going to the house, you know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying Wendy's and all these things, right? But then I was like, man, you know, when I started coming into this world of how I'm eating now, for one, herbs and spices, that's what makes food taste good anyway. Thanks. So then I was like, oh wow, I'm like it's like a whole nother experience of the sensations, because for one, you know, the vibratory state of what I'm consuming is getting its nutrients from the sun. Okay. And it's getting its nutrients from the sun and the water, you know, and yeah, you know, when I eat venison and stuff like that, they're just eating that, and I'm eating that consumption, but I'm not eating necessarily the fear, or like I'm not eating these things, and because those are vibratory states as well. Like it's like you can go into a space and somebody's feeling anxiety and it's gonna rub off on you. You know what I mean? Like you can sense it, you can, and everything. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, as I started to just go through my experience, I'm like, well, you know, I feel a lot better when I started incorporating this type of dieting or whatever, because it's like now I feel a little bit lighter, and it's not necessarily, it's like a density aspect to it too, because when we talk about like just this thing or whatever, for me, I feel like there is no necessarily gravity, it's just density. So it's like if I want to be lighter, if I want, and I'm correlating that light as a feather, like even if that's just the heart, that's like a metaphorical thing, but at the same time, like, you know, density is what holds us down to the space.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
The attachments create more density.
Right.
Damn, once you think about it, the attachments that we have creates more density. And well, what you were saying is, damn, bro, was something I was going to specifically say. Because I like how you said that, like, yeah, like, it ain't necessarily gravity, like, you know what I'm saying, from my perspective, from your perspective, you know what I mean? And I like that. You know. I like that because what I'm studying, like in this Cosmic Doctrine by Dion Fortune, bro, that shit, that's some dense shit. When I say dense, like that shit's so full of substance, bro. And it's a channel she got from she actually channeled this book, because this shit from 1924, bro. She breaking down, bro. They didn't even nowhere near have the technology for it. Right. So it's either she was studying amongst these, which I think is likely too, but I don't know her whole biography, or she got a channel. This shit is profound. I'm gonna say that right now. This shit profound, and I think I got a video, bro. Cause like, damn, I don't want to sidetrack.
Oh, you good.
So it like, cause like right now when I eat, like I definitely don't eat the best diet, but when I tell you what do happen, when I just eat once a day, bro, I be good, bro. I have more energy. I have more energy. I get way more through with my books or whatever other objective I gotta handle. Like I feel way better, and I try to wait. I normally try to wait till about midday, like anywhere from 12 to 3. Like I don't want to eat after that.
You really be fasting. You be intermittent fasting.
Intermittent. That's what. Damn, that is what it's called. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, and I'm using that to make sure I'm not as heavy and as sluggish, because it's like, bro, like no matter how much a motherfucking ego want to say, like, yeah, bro, the mind is all universe. It is, nigga. But the universe is made from your mind, and your mind made this certain type of shit that can affect you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because my bad.
No, go ahead.
I said
go
ahead.
I was just saying, it's funny because, like, you know, I don't, like, I'm not the type of person where I'm like, yeah, you gotta eat this way or you don't gotta eat this way.
Facts,
you know what I mean? But I'm also saying, like, you know, how we like operate inwardly will produce an external effect. And so, like, if we're taking in certain things into the inner world that, you know, may keep us in our more, or maybe like animal nature or some aspects, like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that can reverberate externally in whatever way it reverberates, you know what I mean? Because there are some great people out here, like, you know, that like legends, you know what I'm saying? And they eat whatever, you know what I'm saying? And there's like the Gori, like Indian tribe, like they're cannibals.
They actually eat the fucking,
so,
they actually.
They tap into that aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, what vibratory state, even if they're finding some sort of like, enlightenment in that realm of it. Enlightenment can be found anywhere, but I would rather find the enlightenment feeling amazing. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Granted, even when I did do the fast, I didn't feel the best. Like it was challenging.
Yeah, I know that.
Very, very challenging. But you know, at the same time though, it's like how light I felt when I got off of it. How much, like, I was very weak. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was super weak. It took me like a month almost just to kind of get strength back in all of the areas of my, faculties and stuff. But all that to say that it's like, at least from my observation, you can find enlightenment anywhere. And even Tantra is like kind of like taboo practices and things, like, you know what I mean? Depending on what aspect of Tantra, but Tantra is a broad thing.
That's what I'm finding out.
You know what I mean?
Because I didn't know this is actually a Tantra practice.
Right.
I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh shit, see, I thought, you know, nigga know he supposed to do research on shit, but you know, what he's seen the mass majority of was just sexual energy balancing, or but it's really just balancing energy or purifying energy just in general. Is what Tantra is. And it's like, oh, is that fucking simple? I thought it would just have something to do with sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a point at that, like, and I'm full blown conscious at this time. I still didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really just now tapping more into the Vedic shit. After I tap into that book about the Kundalini, and like I said, I ran into that, and then I'm like, okay, hold the fuck up, bro. Like, all this occult shit that I'm into, it's this Vedic shit. Cause like, I remember the OG Bobby saying, like, see, you niggas can't be sectarians. You niggas just want to stick to the Egyptian shit. The Egyptian shit is fragmented. You gotta you gotta get the Greeks. You gotta get the Native Americans. You gotta get the Vedic shit. You gotta get the shit that the white folks writing about, because it's not theirs anyway, because it's so fragmented. You gotta be able to piece this shit together. But like this shit, like this Vedic shit is still intact. It still got, I don't know what percentage of it, but like from what I'm reading, I've seen intercomedic shit. I've seen, you know what I'm saying, from the Islamic standpoint, you know what I'm saying, or from the Christian standpoint, or for the Jewish standpoint, is, bro, all that shit is in they shit. Like, and this is obviously thousands of years ago down. It ain't like they just found like the Dead Sea Scrolls, like the Nag Hammadi Library, like they just found it. They been pushing this P. They been pushing. They never stopped. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, from what I've learned so far. So it's like, damn, okay. And so one of the things that I did want to ask you, bro, being conscious, right? And I say that because I know he's really that. You know what I'm saying? I got the utmost respect for this guy, because I'm telling you, I meet some and they just like, it's like, oh my God, okay. Okay, because like within like 4 or 5 minutes of talking to somebody, you can already see what their psychology is. Right. Some people not teachable. You know what I'm saying? They spiritual, but they really very much so in their ego. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you can stand to be taught by somebody, it wouldn't matter the age. Like, bro, this guy has taught me so much, and because I'm older, it has shit to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. This guy has taught me a lot, bro, and I respect him. Respect, bro, and I respect him even more because this guy made me turn into self, like go inward. You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta respect folks that send you back inward. Instead of just like, hey, yo, bro, you right, bro, you God, bro, you should do that, bro, you gotta do that, bro, that's the right thing to do, yo, we guys, nigga, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real one's gonna tell you, bro, like, what you may not want to hear, you know what I'm saying? And I went through something like, what year was this? 2021? I had an ex I was with, and, like, I didn't call my close friends that I've been knowing for 30 years, nigga. I called this nigga. What is you niggas talking about? I called him because I already knew the subconscious mind or the unconscious mind and the conscious mind knew, like, he gonna give me the real. He ain't just gonna say no shit like, yeah, bro, fuck that bitch. Like, none of that. I knew he was gonna give me the real. So if it was, fuck that, it was gonna be from a heart. It was gonna be from his heart, you know what I'm saying? From a light heart. You feel what I'm saying? And we talked it out, we chopped it up, you know, probably a year or something went by. I went back to driving trucks and I pull up on him in Atlanta, like, yo, bro, I'm down here, like, let's link. You know what I'm saying? And he said that, had that conversation with me, bro, and he told me, bro, you told me this, bro. He said, like, bro, you know too much to be going through this type of thing, bro. Like, you already know. Like, he said, like, nah, bro, you looked at me and said, like, bro, nah, you know, bro.
Right.
Like, you know. He said, hell no. Like, bro, no way, bro.
Right.
Like, you know, bro. The thing about it with you, bro, is it's your heart, bro. And you told me these exact words. Your heart can be a double-edged sword.
Right.
Bro, when you said that, I went like this, like, the simplest words. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sent me into, like, a whole, not a frenzy, like, a frenzy be, like, chaotic, but, like, it sent me to another state of self-awareness, like, fuck, he was still talking, but I was like, I was already gone. So, like, my conscious mind heard him, but my subconscious heard, but my conscious mind is gone. It's like, damn, that's what I'm doing this shit to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all the spiritual shit that a nigga knew and been through and grabs an understanding of, once it hit that point with love, all that shit went out the window. And it's not even to downplay the whole relationship, because now that I look back on the retrospect, the good, the bad, and the ugly, but that shit was a beautiful experience, and that's what people got to know when they come in and dealing with love, bro. Like, this shit is a beautiful experience, bro, and it really sends you to this next level, because you meet people where you are on your psycho-spiritual level. I say the psyche and the spirit, which they really one thing anyway, but like, you meet people where you are, and like, that shit, that whole relationship sent me back to this very state that I'm at, with digging deep into my ego and questioning factors of who I think I am or what I think I am. It's like, damn, I identify with that because of this. And then because of this, and why I identify with that was because, you know what I'm saying? Right, now you take that shit all the way back, it's like, oh, fuck all that. You see the patterns, you see the cycles. Because at that point, once you said that, bro, I started paying attention to the cycles. I'm like, oh, this shit actually happens every time October or November come around. And it'll last from November to about like January, then it'll be all good. Then the next one come, like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that, bro, because like, all right, so I was the type of kid where it's like, all right, I noticed, because it started in kindergarten for me, okay? This is where I started. It's weird, but I'll tell you. So, all right, kindergarten, I would get all, green faces all throughout the year, but then one time out the year, I get a red face. Okay, cool. First grade.
Oh, you talking about conduct wise?
Yeah, conduct wise. I was bad as hell like this one day, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, okay, first grade came around, I'm doing good all throughout school. Then one day I get, like, sent, called my parents, blah, 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 and I noticed that started happening. So when I got to, like...
So you noticing this as a kid?
Yeah, like, and so I got to middle school. But this is like without being emotionally involved. You know what I'm saying? This is just observing, you know what I mean? Like, my actions. So then it's like, all right, I get to like middle school. I'm like, oh man. By the time then, I was like, dang, something always happens one time. I'm like, I wonder when it's going to happen. And it never failed, you know what I'm saying? Until later on, I started to realize, okay, something I'm doing is causing me to create this pattern, and I want to get up out of it, you know what I mean? Or and I'm still observing this to this day. I'm like, or is it just this is the ebb and flow to where it's like something like this has to happen in order to create a level of balance. You know what I mean? So I'm still, you know, trying to figure this out. But at the same time, you know, one thing that I noticed about, because you were talking about the heart, you know what I mean, and love, and it's like, one thing I noticed is that because I used to work at this wellness center, and so we would take these machines, like an EKG machine, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, we would basically figure out, like, hey, look, this is, it will rate all of your chakra systems, all of your, you know, like how you're doing, like your cortisol levels, you know what I'm saying, everything, right? And so it would even take it to like some of the Chinese aspects, to where they go to like the Tao system, where it's like, okay, you got fire, you got what's your Pitta, or even like the air, you know, the dosha Pitta, like that's like, I think more the Vedic type of system, Ayurvedic system.
Okay.
However, the point that I'm making is that I noticed like some of the people the customers that would come, they'll have like the biggest, they want to give you the shirt off your back, they'll have their back to you, like they have like the biggest heart for others, but then their heart chakra be like a 1, and I'm like, yo, like, how this lady be give me money, she buy my price, she do all these things, why is her heart chakra 1? Man, but then it's like, oh, like, it's a level of self pouring in that same love into self, to where it's like, okay, now, like, I'm able to pour into myself so much that something or somebody that isn't loving me how I'm loving myself, I can identify it, and then I'm not going to be putting myself in situations where I'm being with this person because I love them. It's more so like, I love you, but I love myself enough to know that this ain't for me. You know what I mean? And so I didn't pick that 2 and 2 together until I was seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh wow, like, this lady's so kind, man. Like, but then, you know, I hear how she talk about her mother-in-law, or like, I hear these different things. I'm like, and I heard she talk about herself, like, you know what I'm saying? When she be like, yeah, you know, I blah, 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 and be down to her. So I'm like, oh wow, that's what it is. Like, you know, that's why I made a connection.
That exactly is, and perfect example of the double-edged sword. What we talking about with the heart, bro? That's the perfect example to give. It's like, damn, because you look at it like how they always say, how the Kemetic say, your heart shall be lighter than a feather. You see what I'm saying? So even though, like, what I found out once I got into this spiritual shit is like, being nice ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
No, not saying right. I'm just speaking in general. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, being nice ain't got nothing to do with it. You actually, you know what I'm saying, need a backbone around this motherfucker. See how Buddha's sitting up, like, Buddha got a backbone. Like, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, this spiritual shit means pushover. And do anything for anybody and leave myself. Hell no, because once you get into this level of spirituality and understanding, you understand, like, there is a level of selfishness that you definitely gotta have. You definitely have to have a level of selfishness to get yourself in the right balance. You know what I'm saying? Because what that actually seems to, like, people like that, it seem, ain't people like that, because I can relate it back to my situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I seen a lack of something in myself. Well, I didn't see it. That was the thing. I didn't see it. This lack of something in myself, so I extended the love outward to the next person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in fear of losing that person or not having that comfortability. You know what I'm saying? And I will have to end up being back by myself and have to deal with myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead, and obviously I'm not thinking this, we're not thinking this on a conscious level. It's subconscious though. In the unconscious mind, it's got this shit jotted down. It knows this, but your conscious mind ain't looking at it. But so when we go through those situations and come back to retrospect, it's like, oh, damn. And that's the point I'm getting to now, bro. It's like, fuck, like, bro, I ain't never enjoyed being by myself this much, bro. I always want some pussy. I always want some pussy laying around, even if we ain't fucking. Like, just laid up, you feel what I'm saying? Or with some homies or with the family, you know what I'm saying? Or outside, doing, like, I still enjoy all that. Don't get me wrong. Especially pussy. So, like, I still enjoy all that, but, like, bro, I ain't never felt this good just being in my room, bro, and studying, bro. Like, I'm having breakthroughs. Like, because I'm paying more attention to self. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that I don't want to have relationships with friends, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, damn, I actually get what they say when they get to talking about self-love, bro. Like, you actually express that shit from within outward to yourself, and I'm actually doing it. Like, I've been here cracking up, laughing at my own jokes, bro. Like, I've been like that since a kid, though, but now I'm getting more understanding of, like, damn, it's really been in me, or it's always in us. You know what I'm saying? But you have to reach a certain precipice, or you have to reach or complete a certain cycle.
Right.
For you to be able to, like, oh, that's what that was, bro. It's like if you so close to this picture, bro. Like in my face right here looking at this picture, that's all I see. So I can't see the whole thing. I gotta, once I figure out I'm too close, which is the cycle, now I can bag back.
Right.
I'm like, damn, there go another picture over there, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, now my perspective of self has changed. And when you have these changes of perspective of self, you have a change of perspective of so-called the outside world. You see what I'm saying?
You look at yourself differently, so everything just shifts. Like
the way you interact, cause especially once you figure out like you really interacting with yourself. Like in this book, it break down like right here, bro. Like I'm gonna show y'all this. That's how they break down the whole microcosm. Like it started like with Shiva and Shakti, and we know we always say this is the illusion, it's Maya. Shit, Maya is just like a processor for the actual filter, or the filter before the actual illusion come in, because they don't come in to like Prakriti. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know all this, so it's like, damn. So really, once you get to, and like, and even the individual soul, which they call Purusha, is an illusion. There's no individual soul like my soul, but like, but this shit all is one. Right. So once I see I'm sitting here with him, I'm seeing me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even on a cliche type of terminology, but like, this is real deal Vedic science. This shit ain't religion. This shit ain't spirituality, bro. This shit is science. Like, this shit is broken down to a science. And I'm like, okay, bro. Okay, I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting this shit. So my thing, what I wanted to say was, and you already gave an aspect of it. One of my questions is what, like, do you remember specifically any events as a child? Now that you look in retrospect, because like once I said, you too close to the picture, you don't get it. But now you 29 and you look back, do you have specific memories that make you think like, damn, I was always meant to be conscious. I was always gonna be conscious. Like, if you can give me at least about like 2
bro. For sure, bro.
About 2
Yeah. So
because I got the questions written down.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to bring it up.
Yeah, so just to kind of like, all right, the first one, I remember, all right, so I was probably like maybe 6 or 7 at this point, and I was playing outside, you know, my front yard, you know what I mean? And I had heard, I don't know where the thought of reincarnation came from, but I had maybe heard it on TV, or I had maybe, I don't know, maybe it was some cartoon or something, but it was filtering in my mind, because like you said, you know, we came in Baptist, you know, like household, so nowhere in there is like, you know what I mean, you can talk about reincarnation.
Thanks.
But I just remember I literally looked up at the sky, and during my age of 7, I was having a lot of activations, because I mean that's the first full cycle of your body, you know what I'm saying? All the cells being recycled is like your first full. It takes 7 years for that to happen. So I'm just completing the first cycle of rejuvenation, regeneration, and like I looked up at the sky and I was like, man, I feel like I've been here before. Like I just had that moment.
That thought came into you.
You know what I mean? And so that was a point of awareness, you know what I mean? To where I was like, okay, now I'm becoming self-aware. You know what I mean? And it's like, but it's just a fragment of it, because then you start diving back into, you know, just being into the space. Like I don't think you're ever unconscious. I just think that there's like, you know, your
levels of awareness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so there was that moment.
Damn.
You know, but then I guess it's just like another moment of that I can think of is I would say Man, it's interesting. I'll try to think of like a good one. Okay. Yeah, so I would say another moment of, I guess, being more aware of myself. I guess maybe I'll go to like later on in life. So there was a point where, oh yeah, okay, cool. So I had, when I was in college, I pledged fraternity. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah. So I went through the whole sands of the burning sands. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a whole thing. You know what I mean? Okay. I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but
Understood.
After crossing, and I was at my apartment, and so there was like, I see all my line brothers and stuff, and you know, at this point, I'm like a sophomore in college, and so like, all my line brothers is like, yeah, man, you know, I'm smashing shorty, I'm smashing. It's like, oh man, it don't count if you using the rubber, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't count. All these, you know, just catching bodies, you know, blah blah blah. And I ain't never had no problem pulling women, you know what I'm saying? Being attracted, talking to women, all that. I ain't never had no problem with that. However, even freshman year, like, I was like, just like, it'd be times where I'll be kind of nervous or, you know, a little bit scared when it comes to like just taking it to that point, because I had senior years when I first crossed that boundary with my, you know, the girl at that time. And so sophomore year, I remember having I had this talk with God, you know what I'm saying? It was dark. Nobody was in our apartment. I was sitting in the darkness, and I was just like, yo, why can't I be like my line brothers? Like, why can't I do this? Like, why can't blah, blah, blah? And, you know, I was like, I just want to experience what it's like. Like, what is it that make, like, what is it like? Like, what is it fun? Like, why am I doing it? Blah, blah. So then later on, at that moment, it was like a click, and it was like, yeah, if you want that, okay, here you go. And so after that, I'm talking about, I was out. Like, I'm talking about, I was out there. I had, like, I always had women, but I'm talking about, like, literally the next day, I'm smacking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had, like, I ran through probably, and I'm just being transparent, I probably ran through, like, that year, like, maybe 20, 25 women. Like, I don't know. It was like, just, that's like, because I really don't even remember. I don't even know, like, what my counting.
No, you
like,
won't even keep count, but you know.
Yeah. I know, like, at that point,
it wasn't no less than this.
I'm going, like, you know, just doing like that. And then I got to a point where I was so drained. Like, I'm talking about, like, it was not like a physical, like, it was physical, but at the same time, it was so much more than that, because it was like, just like, what I was allowing in my space, I would never typically allow. Who I was giving my attention to, I never would typically give my attention to. Like, I was so drained of everything to the point to where it was like, the self, I felt like a zombie, and it was to the point to where I made a song, you know, it was called Feel, and it wasn't like feel like touch, but it was like, I want my feel, you know what I'm saying? I want to be filled again, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I was drained, and so I didn't even know that's what I was saying in the music. I'm writing everything, expressing this. And so then when I came to that awareness, I was like, it just clicked. I was like, that's why I was never like this. That's why, because it's draining. There's no like there's no harmony there. Just take. And I'm thinking, because I'm a man, and I'm like, I'm smacking, I'm just doing, like, I'm taking, but no. The vagina is like, it's a negative force, so it pulls in. It's magnetic. You know what I'm saying? We have the positive pole. We're penetrating. You know what I'm saying? So it's just absorbing. And so every woman that I'm being with, thinking that I'm winning, I'm getting taken away. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't until later, and that clicked, and I was like, wow. This is why, you know what I'm saying, and it was like an awakening, you know what I'm saying, because I started to realize, what's really going on, outside of just the physicality of it, you know what I mean. So
I think that's dope, bro. Like, cause like, when did you have that breakthrough of that's why you was never? Why you wasn't like that? Was that during college? That was after?
Yeah, it was. I was like, still in college, but it probably was like a year and a half later. Like after I had that moment of talking with God, because that moment was like, I crossed maybe 2014 is when I crossed fall 2014. So December, and so then it probably took like, it got me into like 2016, maybe kind of going into like somewhere into 2016 to 2017. It might have taken like 3 years because I was so in that world of illusion. And you know what I'm saying? I'm playing. We doing our steps. I was in the like. What happens is when you cross, especially if you fall, like I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Pop your shit, bro.
You know, like I was known out throughout the whole state. I crossed in Alabama, so I was known throughout the whole state of Alabama and Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So we just like, you know, I go to college, different colleges and stuff, and it's like it's the pick of the litter. You know what I mean? Because it's just easy.
Especially,
so I was in that world. You know what I mean?
I experienced my little share of college, bro, and it's like that when you stepping, like, bro, like them niggas have no shortage of it.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But then it took me a long time because it was like. But even in that space, that's why like now you'll never really know unless I just tell you. You never see me wearing letters or this and the other. But because I still had the individuality, even though, you know, we're all connected as we said, but there's like flips of it, you know what I'm saying, of understanding. But then it just took me like, it took me about a year, 2 years, 2.5 years to just really be like, dang, maybe about 3 years for real. Probably was the 3 year cycle. We were talking about 3 earlier. Probably about 3 years.
3 year cycle. But them threes, bro. Them threes be it.
And it came even, actually it's funny, not to just cut you, but just the ending point. Even after that third year, I had an inclination or realization of it, but it took me till the one where it really just blew my mind was around 2020 when it was a friend of mine and we crossed that boundary, me and her, and it was like I woke up that next day, she up doing yoga and shit, and I could barely move. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even move, bro. Like I'm thinking, like, you know, I'm like, all right, when I wake up, I'm finna clap again, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be rejuvenating and shit like that. I'm finna run it back, bro. I couldn't even move. Like, I was like, yo. Then I realized, oh, it was like another like layer of it, cause that's cycle. It's like, okay, you go. So you think you get it, like go through another. And then, like now you appear, but it's still the same less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. So. Damn. See, and that's what I'm saying, like that's perfect representing. Make sure this shit still recording. I'll be mad if this shit start. All right, yeah. So like it's a perfect representation of how like these cycles go, bro. And like in this book, she's been breaking it down. Like she got something called the ring cosmos. She broke down in the ring chaos. Ring cosmos is evolution, right? So like in a universe or a space, let's put it like that. It's complete motion, right? It's straight motion. But and it's frictionless up there, so it's nothing to slow it down or none of that, nothing like that. But it gets to going so fast that it ends up actually, and I forgot it, or it's minimal, like type of inertia or what's the name that, and it ends up pulling on it. So eventually, this energy, show y'all what I'm talking about. This energy ends up this straight line is just going straight. What it ends up doing is actually curving. You know what I'm saying? So it actually ends up curving, and it comes back to the beginning point again. Right. One cycle complete. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's like, damn. So like eventually, like even, and this is breaking down the cosmos. That's before we even get to the universe. Before we get to the universe, then you get the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, damn. So all this shit, and it's set up in threes. Right. Ring cosmos, evolution, ring chaos, which goes up and down, around the ring cosmos, which actually keeping that shit together. And then you got something on the outside called the ring past night, the veil. Right. Some people might call it the firmament. It's like you can't pass this motherfucker, because after you get out of that, you go into ain't so far, the great nothingness. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like. Saying all that to say, like, all these things, bro. Because what I was thinking the other day, I think I put a video up on what's her name. It's like, damn. Because she breaking down certain shit in here. But she's not breaking. She's just talking about the cosmos, bro. She ain't even got to the universe yet. And she talking about these different levels of planes. And how all these atoms get together on each level of different planes. And it's 12 different angles. And then there's a center stillness. And then on top of that, the 12 different angles, you got 7 different planes. 7 planets, 12 zodiac, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. And it's like, damn. okay, she breaking it down how these energies actually intermingle with each other. It's like, well, damn, like what if looking at your chart is actually giving you, I asked Narisia, obviously like a nigga personal astrologer.
Right.
So a nigga don't shout out to Narisia. I'm gonna definitely have her on here, but like she be so mad at me because I don't be knowing my shit, bro. She's like, how do you not know this, mate? I'm like, man, just help me, man. I'm gonna remember. You know, and I'm like, damn, so what if you look at your snapshot of your chart where the planets was at when you came in, it's like once you incarnated, you took notes with you. Like that snapshot of where the planets was, like those are your notes of what you already experienced.
Right.
Like I got a lot of planets over here in Aries, and I got a lot of planets in Taurus, but I ain't got shit in Gemini and shit in what's the name and shit in what's the name. I'm like, damn, what if this is an actual snapshot of past life experiences? You know what I'm saying? In, I hate to say levels, but like understandings that you've grasped with these planets and this actual, what they call in the book, rays that come from the center of stillness, because it also breaks it down like the further out the atom inside of that ray on the plane, the more complex, which means the most evolution. It evolved the most. Because like she breaking down like how each atom actually stops. It finds a point of stillness on whatever level of plane that is evolved to. And so the atoms in the bottom, like damn, I wish I had a picture to break it down, but like the atoms in the lower plane that's closest to the actual center point stillness are actually lighter. And then the further you get out, and I'm not sure if she said they were more dense, but the further you get out, the more complex the atom gets. And like you can, and these atoms, obviously, if we made up atoms, we're talking about a human life or a human body, or we can also be talking about the physical plane. Some people say planets. I'm with both. So the planet or the planes of existence that we live on, like you said earlier, the level of density. You know what I'm saying? This is what it actually ends up being, these levels of density. And it's like these experience, you keep going through these cycles. And I'm bringing it back to this. You keep going through these cycles. Once you hit this level of understanding, the less dense you get. So the less detrimental these lessons that you keep learning be on you. You know what I'm saying? Like going through these.
If you make a different choice.
I'm glad you put that in there.
Right. Just had to throw that caveat.
Yeah, because it ain't just because you keep going through it. It's just gonna get lighter now, nigga. It definitely get worse.
Yeah.
That's real, bro. I'm glad you caught that shit. If you make the right choice, did you hear him? Like, if you make the choice, you know what I'm saying, to actually lose a lot of density, which is actually shedding a layer of whatever you hold an attachment to, whether it be those emotions or the attachment to keep doing what the fuck you keep doing. You know what I'm saying? And that brings me back to my point in my first experience spiritually, bro, was like, I want to say 98. My grandfather had just passed. 98. And my little sister wasn't even born yet. And I remember my grandfather passed, bro, and I just kept hearing in my head, bro, these voices that I swear to God, bro, I don't know where from, bro, but these voices just came in my head. I'm in my room, just said, you chosen. You're not like them. You won't die like them. These exact words, bro. I'm like, at 98, bro, you talking about terrified. I did not want to tell my mama no shit like that.
Right.
Did not want to tell nobody no shit like that, bro, because I'm actually terrified, and it kept coming at night. I'm like, what the fuck? So I never told nobody. My granny was still alive then. You know what I'm saying? And that was her father when he passed in 98. So, and I just remember her crying, bro. Like, this was crazy because I'm 7 or 8 years old when he died, and my granny crying, and she's like, I ain't got no daddy no more. I said, Granny, you still got a daddy. He ain't going nowhere. You just ain't gonna be able to see him every day. Ain't gonna be able to go to his house no more. But you still got a daddy.
Right.
And she just looked at me like, damn.
Like, look at this. Like,
and I have this memory in my head vividly, bro. I remember sitting on my bed and my granny sitting over there, bro, and I remember saying this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now that I'm looking back on the retrospect, so like that was my first experience. You know what I'm saying? And then like I would really say my second that actually brought me into consciousness, bro. Like when I was fake going to Tennessee State University. For my folks who do remember, you know what I'm saying? Like I was up there because I never graduated high school, but I was trying to get out of my hometown in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So that's how I ended up getting introduced to Nashville. I had, you know what I'm saying? My very close friend, he was in college, so I'm sleeping in their dorm rooms and the whole thing. Like college and the level of women that's just all in one concentrated place.
Right.
And they finally getting away from their parents.
Right.
All I'm gonna say is that's why I said I know exactly what he's talking about, bro. Like, yeah, we was wild. Boy, we was wild, boy. And then women was wild too. So, but during that time, it had Slick fell off in 2012, bro. 2012, bro. End of 2012, going into, matter of fact, it was actually 2013. It was February 2013. We had a trap house and we selling weed and all the shit we was doing. And a SWAT end up hitting our shit. Hit our shit, we go to jail. But at that time, like a week or two before, me and my homie, bro, we was so paranoid, bro. We was always in the window, bro. Always in the windows. Always got the pistols on. Always in the windows. Like, real paranoid shit. And it ends up being true that we was paranoid. I mean, being right that we was actually we just knew something was about to happen. We didn't know why, but we just knew why. And everybody else in the truck like, bro, y'all niggas tripping.
Like,
no, we not.
Right.
I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think some niggas actually tried to rob us like a couple days before, but we was on point. One of them it just came through there, and we just knew it.
Right.
And it, grab that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, now we on it. Hit all the lights, so they come. You know that type shit. So, bro. My homeboy ended up coming, and he was more over like a businessman type of guy. So he's actually tapping in the stocks. I think this is like when Twitter or Facebook first went public. I remember we used to be waking up in the morning truck watching MSNBC, and he came in with the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Cool, we ran into that. Got what we get out of that shit. Why not buy lighters and Rillos? Might as well say them niggas spend all their money here. Why they buying weed? You know what I'm saying? So we started applying that.
Right.
I went off on my own. Got a book called Think and Grow Rich.
Oh yeah, classic.
And I spoke with somebody about this just too recently. He's like, how you get that from that book and I got this from that book? I'm like, shit, it's like the same thing. Like if you go to this McDonald's today and you always get good service, then I go right behind you, I get a terrible service experience. We went to the same and got the same thing, but the experience was different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I read in the book that he got to the point where he started talking about the subconscious mind. I've heard of it, but I don't know what the fuck it really is. Like, I don't know what that is. And then I remember vaguely in a paraphrase, and he said something of the sort like, basically going to your subconscious mind, and whatever you had the most desire, what do you desire the most at this point? It's like, shit, Jesus, God, of course. Conscious mind, that's what you should say, right? And that's how you raised to think and answer a question like that, right? Instead of saying money. But the whole point of his book was to put in the desire for money.
Right.
Or to grow rich. Not even necessarily money, because you know that can mean a very, but I'm reading this book to try to figure out how to get more money. So, boom, subconscious mind, money. I'm like, hold up, like, take Jesus and God out of that part of my mind and put money. Bro, I dropped the book, bro. In the trap I dropped, I said, bro, do I really believe in Jesus then? If I'm even thinking, like, considering doing it.
Right. Because now you, like, replacing it, it's like, oh, like, yeah.
And, of course, you raise the thing, money is the root of all evil. But that ain't even what the verse say, but, you know, you know what I'm saying, the love, you know, but it's like, damn, okay, so I had to check myself, bro. I dropped that book, bro, ran straight to the Bible. So now I'm catching Judes. Jude call, go to the door, serve, back in the room, shut the door, I don't want to talk to nobody, I'm in the Bible. Every day, Jude's Bible. I didn't want to leave that motherfucker. Probably bathe once a week, because I'm like, I need to get an understanding.
Right.
And, you know, and then I wasn't getting. Hold up, bro. I actually never read this shit. My grandma was right. Read more books. I'm reading Genesis like, this shit don't make sense. How the fuck did he leave here and there's only 3 people in the world and go out and he get a wife? I don't get it. How did, you know what I'm saying? The son, like, how did he get a wife? So, you know, little shit like that. So now I'm just having like, what the fuck is going on? Trap get hit. You know what I'm saying? I go through this cycle with my closest friend. We end up clashing and, you know what I'm saying? It never be the same again. And boom, long story short, that shit led me to, what was it, South Rock Super City. You ain't never heard of him?
I've heard the name.
The light skin, they're like, nigga, I don't give a damn. Nigga, the black woman is God. And you talking about that goddamn Bible. Nigga, how they ain't. Bro, that shit used to be so fucking funny. But it opened me up, right? Then I just got sick of it. I'm like, bro, all these niggas do is stand on the corner in New York and argue, bro. Like, I'm not really gaining nothing. Like, I'm learning something about, like, how to be like, okay, Christianity is this and this and that. But, like, I've always been an intellectual ass nigga. So I need something that I want to actually learn something. And then also something I can apply if I'm not doing this shit no more. Phil Valentine, Delbert Blair. Boom, Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett was the one that I sat with like that. I'm like, this the nigga. Like, he was this nigga here. Ain't nobody else doing it like him. And then he brought the occult in. You know, so that was later on down the line. But 2013, 2014, I started losing weight. I put that shit in songs like, bro, I lost weight, bro. Like, I remember coming back home to chat, going to the hood, putting up on the homies. Like, one of my homies like, man, like, yo, what the fuck you up there snow? Dope, nigga? I'm like, and my homeboy, he talk shit like that. Like, Lil Stoney talk shit like that. But, like, that shit actually hit me. I'm like, damn, bro, my locks I'm starting losing locks and shit, bro, hair falling, and because I'm so stressed out because, like, everything I learned was, like, you know, for the conscious folks, we went through them stages, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, everything is this. And
for sure.
That's when it started hitting me, bro. Like, I really got into it by, like, 2014. But, like, 2013 in February was, like, the boom. That's when it kick-started me into the new life. When nigga had in 2024, was like, damn, bro. I know, right? Like, this shit is beautiful, bro. I wouldn't have chosen no other way. I still wouldn't choose no other way, bro. Still wouldn't. Okay, hold up. I got another one for you. Okay, oh yeah, this was one right here. Like, just holistically, 2020, bro. The year 2020, really can be 2020 to 2021. This span, but like, you don't have to sum it up, but like, what did that year mean for you? Like, it for me? Yeah, bro, because I know it's a part of everybody's evolution, bro. I see it as being a part of a lot of people's
2020,
next cycle.
2021. Yeah, what did that year mean for me? For me, it was like death and rebirth. I know I've been talking about death a lot lately, you know what I'm saying?
I love
but
that
it's
shit,
like, it was like death and rebirth, because my grandpa, he died that year, 2020. And, you know, I was even because I started to have more awareness of the other side and, like, just how things are continuously happening, especially during that time, because after he transitioned, even the points I remember staring at the full moon one time, and I think it was somewhere near a lunar eclipse or something, I can't remember, but you know, if you look at the full moon too long, like, you can have psychological issues, you know what I'm saying, because you can become a lunatic, you know what I mean, like, but it can definitely enhance your psychic abilities as well, you know what I mean, like, so it's a delicate situation there. But I just remember feeling his presence, and then my arm was being tugged. Because I was outside, it was dark, and I was sitting outside in my car just looking at it, and I felt my arm being tugged, and it moved, and I was like, oh, okay, I've already looked at it too much, you know what I'm saying? And so that's just like a moment.
That's 2020?
That was 2020. That was like a moment, but like that whole year, like even January 3rd, 2020, like the reason why I say death and rebirth is because I remember I told you about, you know, the sighting of that. Like I used to see, I've seen orbs and shit like that before, but this one was like totally different. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was like, cause I wasn't the only person who saw it. You know what I'm saying?
That's even, okay.
You know what I mean? I had, it was like me and my homegirl came into the spot, and then it was dark in my room, and it was just like, I was like, yo, do you see that? And she was like, yeah, I see it. And I was like, no, do you see that? And she was like, yeah, I see it. And it was just this big like golden orb just like floating. So that's why I was like, oh, I can't look at the world the same no more, because I'm having all these experiences. I'm seeing hawks, like a hawk just sit out my window and just staring at me. And it, even to the point to where I go out of my apartment and walk over there, and it's still looking, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, then I go to, you know, my middle name is Kingsley, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it was a road that I used to stay right. It was a road right down the street from where I was staying at. You know what I'm saying? It's Kingsley Circle. Damn. And I go pull up on Kingsley, and there's a hawk on the side of the road, like, and I pull up to the hawk, and I'm like, I take a picture of it, and I'm like, yo, like, we, you know what I'm saying? And it's like all these revelations, these things. I'm like, I can't. So for me, it was like, you can't go back and like, there's no turning back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, it's rebirth, because I was like, being born anew, you know what I mean? Like my mindset, my paradigm. However, it definitely was it definitely was like I needed some grounding, because I also, you know, I had honed my mental space so much to where I wasn't able to balance my telepathic communications. And so like I would go into people's spaces and I'm reading minds, and then I'm projecting thoughts into people's minds. And so like I, you know, one of my closest friends now, like, you know, that's how we even met, was through a like telepathic conversation, you know what I'm saying? Damn. And so like it got to the point to where I like, that was another part of the rebirth, because I had to start to realize, to control my thoughts. Like I needed to not think so much, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, dang. So bro, now I'm going from a place of like, oh, I'm thinking like all this stuff. I'm like, wow, when I go into his space, I'm doing my best not to think. I'm doing my best to be present. To be just so that's forcing me to be present in life. And now it's like, okay, I'm being thrown into this new like that's how I'm like, over time, it helped me to like, you know, walk this path, because the situations and experiences I'm having are forcing me to do the work. You know what I mean? Facts. So it's like, because I could easily just like, I could have lost my mind or something like that if I would have just like continued like, oh well, you know, bump it. Nah, I'm seeing that I'm having telepathic conversation. I'm getting in Ubers with random people, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, how'd you know that? Or what's good? You know, you know what I'm saying? It's like I could take that and just run with it and become some type of like, you know, I could have went a whole nother route. Wow. But instead I'm like, okay, like let me try to like control this. Let me try to like bring balance and harmony to this. So then it's like, okay, if you want that, then this is what you gotta do. Okay, you gotta go out in nature, you gotta meditate, you gotta, you know, you gotta be able to discern, you gotta, you know, be present, all these things. And so that's why I say that whole 2020 year, 2021, you know, even edging up into that, you know, when we got to the end of 2020, going into, because that's around the time when I think we met at the end of 2020, wasn't it?
Bro, you know, times be running together. Yeah. But I slick think it was 2021, because this was around
the conjunction,
right? But wasn't that, but we already knew each other. Yeah. By the time the conjunction happened.
Yeah, because
it was 2020. It was the end though.
The end of 20, like December,
October, November, December,
somewhere in that area. You know what I'm saying? I think I was getting in the clubhouse around November, like towards the end of November. So it definitely was like towards the end of November, December. I'm thinking that 2020.
That's when that did. Okay.
Because 2021 is when I had that's when I had that experience I was talking about in the video.
Okay.
That was 2021.
Okay. So damn, 2020 then.
Yeah, really, and I even met my girl, you know, all of that. That's why I say it's rebirth, because I met my girl on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you did tell me that, bro.
You know what I mean? At the end of 2020, so it was like, oh wow, I'm entering into a whole new
paradigm.
Like, yeah, bro. You know what I mean? So
damn. Okay, bro. Yeah, see, I love that, bro. See, and this is what I'm saying, like, and I love these stories, because every time I meet conscious people, bro, it's like we have a lot of similarities in our stories. That's why I be telling motherfuckers, like, bro, sometimes they be talking about there's 8 billion people on this planet, bro. I'm not sure what level every soul or spirit functions on outside, like, some might still be functioning like the animalistic level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, I ain't know where in the hell is, and I'm using this, but I'm trying to get my words together because I'm learning and studying around the fact that, like I told you, I heard Travis speak about like actually being 3 levels of a soul. Like some people think some people don't have souls at all. You know what I'm saying? So my ego has been pushed to the back instead of me just sticking with like, nah, niggas ain't got souls and these niggas do got souls. So I'm choosing my words carefully because you know what I'm saying. You can't have your ego just run with that. You know, like only black people got souls, which I ain't never felt that no way. But like, what? That's why I say what level of soul, because it could be levels to it. How much? It's like a battery, right? You know what I'm saying? Like some motherfucker got 70%, some people got 60, some people got 80. Right. You know, and it's like, bro, it can't be that many motherfuckers on this planet, bro. Because, like, once you look at how this whole creation is made, right, or whatever this is, bro, you know how many people look like you in this world?
Yeah, I get it all the time. People be saying I look like Turbo. Like, they be like, bro, people came to me and be like, you Turbo the Great? I'm like, no. Like it'd be real random. Like,
it's like, bro, like, so many people look like us, like,
yeah, there's a lot of clones out there,
bro. It's like the whatever this creation factory is, it's using the same template and changing a little bit of something.
But I think about it like, you know, like since we only could see the RGB spectrum, like, you know, red through purple, I feel like it's like we're all within that spectrum and we're just filling out the colors in a sense, like, you know, so it could be 8 billion within that, you know, because like it's like, you know what I'm saying,
indifference, but damn,
that's just how I've been kind of thinking. Because for one, I know, like, at least this is my knowing, you know what I mean, but I was visiting a dream by a shaman and he was like at this tree, he was just like, yeah, there's only one mind in the universe, you know what I mean? So like that's when I was like, oh, okay, there's one mind in the universe. It's like, this is why I'm able to pick up thoughts and these things, because it's like, people, we have these observation thing where we have these boundaries, like, we, this is my mind and my mind. Yeah. But it's just like, where are you at in the mind? That's where it's at, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's really off limits, you know what I'm saying?
It's really not, especially we look at it at this perspective of what they call, the psychology called unconscious collective. It's like, it's all, like, bro, like, I understood this, bro, because, like, growing up doing rap and doing music, bro, it was, I would write a song or come up like, oh, I'm finna put this outfit together. Or, like I say, write a song and say these bars and say these words, and I seen it. Bro, the big rappers will come out and say the same thing.
Yeah, because we getting them downloads around. But it's like, are you putting it out? You know what I mean? Who got the platform?
Moving on that, and you see what I'm saying? Yeah. I seen it, and a lot of people like, bro, no, bro, they stole that, bro. They can't. I'm telling people, be hearing people from our city, bro. They be stealing that shit up.
But now it's up there.
It is not, bro, because once you get down to the fact of understanding your thoughts are not even you. You know what I'm saying? So if you get to that understanding level that your thoughts are not you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, then who's all that? It's the one mind. And everybody's a product of the one mind. Even though we use separation, we have the illusion of separation. So, like, these thoughts are up for grabs. Who gonna use them? Who gonna get them? Who gonna take them? Here you go. Here you go. 1 for the 50, 1 for the 30. Like, motherfucker gonna take them. It's an auction. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, who has the will to do what they gotta do to put it out there? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you know how many people probably thought about Facebook? You know what I'm saying? You know how many people thought about Uber? You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker took the initiative and had the resources.
And sometimes it be the timing too.
And then, well, yeah, you can't forget about the time.
Quote unquote timing. You know, it be that moment. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna go deep in that.
We'll go for hours. Then we'll be like, but this and then you know, like that. Then we just be sitting like, damn, that okay. That's great. Look at it from. But that shit do get triggered though, don't it? It's like, but damn, bro. And I'll probably be talking, so like my 2020 experience, bro, it was definitely, my shit popped off crazy.
Really?
Like, yeah, it started with the relationship. Like, you know, allegations.
Y'all already in a relationship?
Yeah, We was already in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say it was allegations because shit, I had evidence, so shit went on. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then like fussing and fighting, but motherfuckers so in love and all that shit. Right. And I'm still glad we stayed together at that point because it even got greater later, right? But I also driving trucks already, right? And shit, I got a job that's gonna pay me a good decent amount of money, but I'm back home and I'm smoking. Driving trucks, so you can't drink. I mean, you can't smoke.
Right.
And they end up coming out, bro. I failed this drug test.
Oh man.
3-4 days after they made this a federal statute or a law for all truck drivers.
Dang.
3-4 days. I could have easily just said fuck it, and cause like before they used to be able to take the drug test, fill it. Oh, don't worry about it. Just don't tell the next job you go to.
Right.
Now they got a federal database. Fuck me up. Girl got an apartment, got a car, got this, got that. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I'm supposed to do. I got everything. I'm covering everything. So it's like, now I'm like, and then this happened in my relationship. I'm like this hit me at the same time.
Yeah,
no job.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying, so-called cheating going on in a relationship. Well, a nigga fucked up. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? But I'm still standing strong in my shit, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. And like, I normally don't fuck with spirits or energies to be like real selfish, like to just do selfish shit. Like I said in a recent video, all the energies I end up tapping into, bro, I use them to give me more insight and understanding. Like as far as self-development, self-realization. That's what anytime I ain't never had to use it to be like, oh, get this motherfucker. Like I never, like, they got hands for that. They got pistols for that if it ever get that serious. So I didn't come into this shit with using it. Plus I had the type of teacher like Panic who put niggas up on game, you know what I'm saying? And check the nigga ego at the door. You know what I'm saying? So unless that was actually necessary, I never. But her right here, she ended up showing herself to me on the road. That's what I was asking for, a certain self-awareness and understanding. And homies was dying. Kept showing up, kept popping up, kept showing up, kept popping up. Dreams, just regular shit on Google. Man, what the fuck? Going to a truck stop. I'm like, God damn, I can't. Okay, let me look it up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had went to sleep, meditating, dreamed on trying to get an understanding of death at that time. And she popped up. Boom. So, you know, but you also got to understand, for the folks out there, I know we do, but like for some who may not, you understand that death is just transformation. You know what I'm saying? Going into a new cycle, shedding who you was and becoming who you are now, and then you do it again. You know what I'm saying? It don't necessarily mean physical death. So, shit, man, I got to doing. I had got tapping into them Palo Mayon bays and tapped into her. It was February.
Oh wow!
It's February. We was declared in a pandemic.
Right.
Like the first week, the second week of March.
Yeah.
This was the end of February, like the 20-something.
Dang.
I'm like, on some shit like, man, like, if I can't take care of these bills right now, I don't know why I'm gonna feel, just knock all this shit over.
Oh, wow.
I said, knock all this shit over, bro.
Right.
Nigga, the candle bursted in some more shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Candle bursted in some more shit, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm like, damn, what the fuck did I do?
Right.
Like, oh, no, what that mean? Like, okay, hold up now. You know what I'm saying? I can't go into too much detail. You know, some of that shit getting personal. But a couple weeks later, baby, we in a pandemic.
Right.
Stimmy checks on the way. Hey, oh God! I'm like, hold up, damn.
Right, this is real.
Oh, you going everywhere with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I also understand that these spirits and these energies, if you understand, like, it's the universe is one mind. So these they are energies of yourself, and I like to keep saying it because I keep running into people like, yeah, them spirits. I'm like, bro, you gotta look. If you want to understand the world or universe or gods or anything, you gotta understand in terms of energy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the energy from a fucking lighter versus the energy from a cell phone versus the energy from the plug socket in the wall. It's just difference in degrees. They the same thing. It's just difference in degrees. So it's under the illusion that it's different, but it's all energy to give something, right? You know what I'm saying? So tapped into her, and yeah, that happened, bro. And like randomly, me and girl go to the gas station, scratch off, $700,
Oh,
$300. Nigga getting through.
right.
Nigga getting through, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, as we speaking in death and transformation, like, you know what I'm saying, through 2020, I'm dealing with the spirit of death and transformation, and actually going through it, because what had happened in the relationship, it made me rethink a lot of shit too. And then it also made me check myself, like, how much in control are you in, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, now look, you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Which could have been, you know, could have been a cause and effect of me smoking weed, knowing I shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But like, obviously, it wasn't just me, because the whole world went through the pandemic and people lost their job.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So how much it made me think about, like, damn, how much control do a nigga really have?
Right. That's why I be flowing, bro.
You can't do nothing but control the way you react. If anything, that's what you can do. How you react and how you send your energy back out. That's what you got control over, bro. And like you saying, like, that's why you just be fluent. I'm getting better with being in that state. I wouldn't even say I mastered it, hell no, but
it's a balance for sure.
It's you gotta have some force and facts. You gotta have that too. You definitely gotta have that too. And then she gonna come to me always. No, that ain't gonna work. I'm glad you catching the point that I need to really be clarifying, because I done got people on my YouTube who just comment and say something with dumb and shit. I'm like, you know what? Shout out to the OG Patton. I see why this nigga turned his comments. He turned his comments off, because like, nigga just say some of the dumbest shit. I'm like, sometimes I just be thinking people know that though. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do that. Because I've seen that man talk for how many years, or Bobby had talked for how many years, and people still come and say, like, this man has said this shit 32,000 fucking times. Literally. Right. You know what I'm saying? But so, appreciate your kitchen on that, bro. Right? So, you know, and going through that through 2020, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously, hold up, bro. Like, damn. That motherfucker still going. Good. I got storage. They got storage. And obviously, so it turned me inward. Basically what you saying too, end up turning you inward, like going through that. Like, I actually, once I came into contentment with what was going on, I'm like, oh shit. Of course, I was in my my conspiracy theory bag too, just like everybody. You couldn't help but be, no matter what level of spiritual level you was, because the whole world is affected at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I get in that conspiracy theory bag, but also tapping into, I'm like, okay, so what the fuck? For some reason, it made a nigga turn more inward. This one I actually, like, people be seeing me now thinking I'm reading books. I've been reading books all the time, and it's not been the case. I have collected books, but actually tapping into reading, I'll probably say about like 2 years now. No, 2021. Because the first book I actually dove deep into was Balls of Fire. Oh, yeah, that's a good book. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With the DNA. Phage Lambda and all that. And that's why I got Beetlejuice up there. Right. So the guy, you see what I'm saying? Like, nigga he's not a Kappa. He really lived that shit. You know, it's like, once that stage happened, like, I turned more inward and started and not even just focusing on self, like, analyzing self, because the first question was like, damn, how much do you actually control? I was like, damn, the only thing left, I even had the question, and like, damn, you know what I'm saying? The only thing is spirituality, yourself, like, bro, actually dipping into the work and digging and diving in these parts of yourself, and you may find things you don't like.
Oh, for sure.
Ain't no may. You gon' find some shit that you don't really like and don't want to deal with.
Yeah, if you really going into, like, observing self, because I mean, there's no running from it.
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. Ain't no running. You can kick that can down the road, bro, but that motherfucker gonna end up bursting on your ass, and you gonna have to deal with whatever the contents inside of that can is. Like, we eventually have to do it. So at that stage, boom, my relationship actually got even more tighter on the bone. You know what I'm saying? And then we both going through the spiritual shit, and it's like great to have somebody you love right next to you, and y'all pondering and pontificating on these terminologies or these theories and this and that. So it's like, damn, We going in doing the work. And shit, by that time I met you, I'm tell y'all nigga gotta understand sex magic, cause I'm telling you that shit works.
Right.
Bro, I just told you I lost my job.
Right.
How the fuck did I get into 2 times, it was like 2.5 times more expensive than the apartment I was just in.
Right.
Get into that motherfucker. I ain't even got no job.
Right.
She ain't got no job.
Oh, man.
Brand new updated apartment, high ceilings, what's the name, countertops and wash and dry included. What's the name, wood floor, whatever that shit is, a little gray wood floor. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Big ass tall mirror in the bathroom, like balcony, top level. I don't like the what's the name, sleep in the middle at the bottom, because I feel like on a psychological level or a psycho-spiritual level, you fuck around and get blocked. So I like being all the way at the top, if I can, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, and I'm not bragging, but what I'm speaking on is like, damn, how the fuck did I get this and I don't got nothing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To actually pay for this shit.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I ain't even said, bro, I think I paid rent one time now.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to give all the details on that, but I tapped in with some more energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, I will say this, like I tapped in with the Goation. I tapped in with them, bro, but I think I literally paid rent there one time for them 18 months I stayed there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, out of my pocket.
That's impressive.
Like, very. Like, nigga. I can tell you more off camera, but like, bro, like, that was an actual fact. It actually happened like that, bro. Like, I never paid rent. And lights and water was included. Well, lights weren't included, but water was included, all that. So, like, balling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Without no money. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga balling. I got this nice, you know what I'm saying?
Spiritually rich, you know what I'm saying? He's spilling over. You
bro.
Know what I mean?
And like my name, no way, no obstacles will apprehend you, bro. And I didn't even know that actually, once I think about it a lot, before I even knew anything about Ganesh, before I even was on that spiritual shit, like, that's a whole Ganesh thing. Obstacles get removed with prosperity, energy, you know what I'm saying? Or God, you know, and like now that I do what I do with rideshare, bro, I actually see it more. It's like, damn, now I actually understand what prosperity. Damn, I'm getting off topic. But
you good.
But I do understand what prosperity is now, bro. It's like the other week, bro, I met some Mexicans, bro. They invited me. They paid me $200.
Oh wow.
And I already made $200 that day.
Right.
I just wanted to make another $150. And the dude was like, bro, I give you $200. You come to the strip club with us.
Oh wow.
And I give you ones.
Oh wow.
This is $400.
Damn.
He gave me 2 to throw on and 2 to show for him. 2 to show up with him.
Oh man, that's funny.
Look and everything, bro.
Oh wow.
Bro. I'm not cat. Matter of fact, it's on my Instagram.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. And that's how I actually happened. I just pick him up, bro. I'm playing the future. Like, oh yeah, bro, play that Cinderella.
Right,
I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all know that. I got you. Let's do it. I turn them up. They turned up, bro. They like, hey, turn that down, man. Man, how much is gonna cost for you to end your night and go to the strip club with us? I said, bro, this, woo, I'm trying to make this and that, woo. I said, man, I give you $200 right now. I said, man, chill out, bro. I'm straight, bro. I don't even do the strip club no way, bro. He's like, I'm looking at his friend. He's like, yeah, man, he's serious. Man. I'm like, bro, you give me 2 crisp hunters right now. I'm turning this app off. Because I already got another ride for $25. And it's about like 12 miles. Right. So, like, I ain't tripping. I go make some more money. He's like, nah, man, I got you right here. Felt that motherfucker. That shit real. Shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even been here and really did too much in Dallas anyway. Fuck it. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. That happened like back in Nashville. People picked up some random white dudes. They took me to Travis Scott concert.
Oh wow.
I mean, people they taking me out to dinner and shit. Like the other dude. Matter of fact, if not 2 weeks ago, I met another guy. He ran it was an art exhibit down here, April 4th to like the 7th. So right before the eclipse, I met the director of it, young dude from New York. I take him down here to the barbecue spot. I was like, damn, I heard about it, but I ain't never had it. He was like, man, turn your app off, man. I'm buying you lunch. I'm like, what? Nah, bro. He's like, man, turn your app off. I'm buying you lunch.
Right.
Like, shit like that just be prosperity, bro. It's like, bro, I didn't have to spend $1 that day for lunch, for food, because I was finna go do it, knowing I need to slow down on buying food outside. So it's like, I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? But it started flowing more once I shedded my level of ego, because I had to quit my job to drive Uber, bro.
Right.
And it wasn't hard, but it was hard because everybody like, why you gonna quit your job? Why you gonna quit trucking? Why you gonna quit this and that? You got your benefits, 401k, you got this and that. You got stability. You don't know what Uber gonna do or rideshare can do and do this. I didn't want to name drop them and get them no goddamn points, but you know what they can do, and then you don't know what it's gonna do. So don't do that. You need a job. You need this. Or man, it felt so good when I told them folk, bro. I swear to God, it felt like 100-pound weight just came up off my shoulder, bro. I damn near walked out that motherfucker skipping like that. Like, hell yeah.
Right.
Made 400 that first night, bro.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, no reason.
Right.
No reason for me to go back. So, and because I started believing in myself, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's levels to that believing in yourself shit. You know what I'm saying? So, now, bro, I have not been more happier. I ain't felt more free. And, bro, I can come home and do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I come home and do my studying and get more involved with self if I got this going on. Other than that, you be at work stressing out. You know what I'm saying? Not saying anything is wrong with y'all, because I need to. Shit, nigga, my ego ain't to the point where I never. Nigga, I do what a nigga got to do. But at the same time, it's like, damn, I came into that level of self-acceptance and love myself enough to trust myself.
Right.
With my intuition. Trust my intuition to be more specific. And I got all the way to that, and I really probably talking about 2020. But around the time we met on Clubhouse, bro, and it was like, damn. Like, and that's why I want to tell folks, like, bro, when we talking about this technology, right? But that shit has brought people together, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You even met his love is on. He met her on Clubhouse. Hell, I met mine on Instagram. All the way from Los Angeles, moving to Tennessee. It's like, so
and that's that Pluto and Aquarius too. That Pluto and Aquarius is like, you know, we transforming into a whole. That's affecting humanity. You know what I'm saying? And that's a slow moving planet. So, you know, it typically takes like 10 years for one whole rotation.
That Pluto,
yeah,
I think so.
And so,
I think so too.
You know, within an Aquarius, you know, that's like humanitarian. That's like the water bearer, but it's an air sign. So it's like, you know, the water, the air sign being like the mental, the communication, and everything like that. But then it pouring that water, it's like that water being commerce, you know, that water being, you know, intelligence, the water being like knowledge, all that. But it's transforming how we communicate and like how we do commerce, how we, you know, connect with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're kind of like receiving the precipice of it happening. We're receiving it through our communication, our interactions with one another. You know, that's how we linked up. You know what I mean? And like, it's still providing like substantial like change and things that's affecting us like outside of just the normal. You know, the norms. That's why you got crypto now. You know what I mean? We got like, you know, dating apps, you know what I'm saying, to the point to where, you know what I mean, that's just gonna continue to evolve us, you know what I mean?
And shout out to this guy, because this guy put me up on XRP. Like, you know,
we waiting up, it's coming.
We holding, we still holding, like, and he put me in the mindset of like, bro, just hold it, bro. But just going to get it right now, because he told me before the actual case popped out. I really don't get into that on the page, but it goes along with what he was saying about the way that commerce and all that is changing. It's like, listen, bro, it's a new paradigm being shifted in. Your mama didn't go through it. Your grandmama didn't go through it. Your great-grandmama didn't go through it. So it's not saying don't listen to them. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I'm telling you is they don't have the wisdom because wisdom comes with experience from the past. This is a whole new different paradigm. Now, granted, we get it. We still dealing with humans, so Not too much changes about the way humans act on an animalistic level. But when we get on this spiritual level and what's going on, and on a human level of the way commerce and all that and how we deal with each other changes, you have to be in your intuitive mind, in your knowing of who you are, to be able to understand this new era of energy that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it was no mistake, like, me and this guy met. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's a new era coming in. And I definitely look at him, definitely look at this guy as one of those ones who is definitely a light for this new era, bro.
Oh, man, same,
you know what I'm
bro,
saying?
Same. Yeah,
and like,
that knowledge for sure.
Like what else do we like? What else is more important? Like I just put up the other day, it's like, bro, nothing more important than a great work, bro. Because you got people out here who actually play on the ignorance of our people's mind. Because people don't know, and they actually looking for somebody to follow. You see what I'm saying? Like I told you, like, bro, when we had a certain conversation, whatever he said to me sent me back to working within. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I tell people, like, bro, I really don't talk about, like, what they doing. It's not even that I'm not aware of it. But once you understand this on a cosmic level, like, bro, like, once you understand this on a cosmic level, it's like, nigga, like, I get it, but it's like, you still gotta do the work on you.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't matter if they put us out of concentrate camp tomorrow.
Right.
The inner work still gotta be done. That's a part of your incarnation. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like, damn, you can give a lot of energy to that, or you can give a lot of energy to you. And once you deal with you, the way you treat the ones around you, and that's what actually brings the paradigm shift.
Right.
Folks like him, folks like I, folks like you who watching, that this shit even interests you. That's what brings a whole new energy that we gonna be living in. Why niggas think they getting superpowers, which they is, but I ain't even gonna go to that. My niggas thought they were just gonna wake up with superpowers. And I'm gonna tell you, like, the way the universe works, bro. Like, I don't even wanna go into that because people just get debate, but the superpower is self-awareness, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the different levels of senses that we have to use. You know what I'm saying? And it obviously goes beyond, like it got in this book, like, it goes beyond the microcosm, because all that shit we talking about, a superpower fly, bro, that shit just in the microcosm, bro. Like, we talking about we from up here. Like, what we is up here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this what the work does, and at least you get you a level of awareness of what it is back there. You know what I'm saying? Or up there. You just under the illusion that you not this. You see what I'm saying? So, but, and like he said, like, something I would have disagreed with a year or two ago, or, you know what I'm saying, however long ago, was like, bro, you got to be grateful for this human body. Because, like, when you die, all you got is the mind. So, that's why I said Panic was helping us focus. Like, bro, you niggas need to focus on getting your psychic ability up, because you got to be careful with your thoughts or your emotions controlling your thoughts, or your, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, because you'll fuck around and enter into that state and be there.
I mean, a great example is, like, just doing psychedelics or something like that. Like, if you've ever taken psychedelics, then you know, like, it can be, like, the one thought that send you spiraling or something like that. And now you're going through a whole experience just by thought. Whereas, you know, if you were in the sober state and just in your body, this operates as a, like, intermediary, like, between, you know, the mental and then what we're experiencing. So it's like things happen what we consider through time, but it's like through motion, and it's like, but there's a grounding here, you know. But then just imagine if you were just that in your mental, like, how fast you can change your mind, like, how fast, like, and then thoughts are being projected into at the same time. So you can be, like, driving down the street, something tell you run off the road, you know what I mean? Like, now, and it's like, if you were just that thought or just in that mental aspect, and you're just going by what you're thinking, now you literally would be off the road. And now, you know, as opposed to, like, the fact that now we have the opportunity to make a choice. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's why the vessel, the body, is like, you know, it's a very big, it's a blessing, you know, it's a gift, you know what I mean? And that's why I say live in the present. You feel me? Like being in that present self is it just takes a lot of that stress and a lot of that weight off of you. You know.
Facts. And I used to hear it and thought I understood it until I experienced it, bro. Mm-hmm. And started experiencing just like the now, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like, and like Bobby used to say that shit, like they always got you focused on the goddamn future.
Right.
Ain't no goddamn future. The future is now. Right, ain't no time like the present.
Right.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, he'll get the quote and wasn't they been saying this shit. Right, it's like, bro, like now, like all that shit, bro. Right. Like it's the very moment you in now that people need to understand and grasp and be thankful and grateful for and live in gratitude for, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? Man, it's just so much to go into once you get to talking about that shit, bro. It's like you really just gotta understand and be grateful. Right. And you know what I'm saying? And learn to home in on that energy. Like I got a book on NLP. You know NLP? Mm-hmm. Neuro Linguistics Program.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't catch the acronym, but yeah.
Damn, I was gonna show them. Like, and it helps. Oh yeah, hey, there's about over just since 2021, bro. Hey, I probably used to have about like 6, 7, 8 books. Right. I just bought that 10-pack. That little 9-10-pack just came in.
Oh wow,
that just came in like literally day before yesterday.
Oh, that's a classic right there.
Which one? The Magician. Yeah. I finally had to get it because I had the PDF.
Right.
I said I finally let me go get that motherfucker, bro.
Right.
So this one is basically creating a person. You want to be the essential guide to NLP, to Neuro Linguistics Programming. Show y'all. One of the last things the OG Panic was tapping into was all about psyche. Like his last videos over the past couple of years, after he did How to Die Not to Come Back, he kept on talking to this. Because like it said in Isis Thesis, my book come in. Oh yeah, I do got the Isis Thesis. I just finally got Isis Thesis.
Oh wow, okay.
So and she broke down like how the ancestors was basically saying like, you know what I'm saying, the dead king has to wield his mind. Mm-hmm. So you gotta have the power to be able to wield your mind. Mm-hmm. So you gotta be able to power to control or to be able to wield your mind. Shit. So and he had brought up like something called Neuro Linguistics Program. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? So it's basically like a way to program your mind into whichever way you want it, to break habits, do this or do that. So for people who may have like a shyness about themselves or people who may lack self-confidence, basically I learned to practice out of here. They're like, okay, go into like a meditative state and thinking and think about, okay, you got a problem with being self-conscious or just nervous or sad or shy, right? You go into your past, your thoughts about your past, and remember just that one moment. I don't give a fuck how old you was. That one moment where you felt confident, you felt empowered, you felt vigilant, like you felt like whatever the case it may be, no matter how egotistical. You feel that emotion and try to keep reliving it and doing that, but at the same time, like I learned the technique to like you actually do something with some of the limbs of your bodies. Like it wouldn't matter if it was your toes or your fingers, and like hone that emotion in, because you program the mind with repetition. Hone that emotion in and that feeling in with, let's say, like me, I used to do one like this. I just hold this finger or just rub my finger like this, my middle finger like this with my thumb. Like if I ever got nervous or if I ever didn't feel confident or whatever the case may be, and start doing that. And so now that memory and that emotion is linked directly with this sensation that I'm doing with my finger.
Right.
So boom.
Now you're just producing the effect. Yeah.
Now you be able to tap into that at any time to a point where like, damn, you don't even need it no more. I forgot. I don't even do it no more. Like that was a couple years, and I think I learned that one technique and dropped the book. Like, okay, I got something about it, which I think I'll tap back into. But like that shit started working. So, and I want to put that out there for the folks. So if y'all see it or any type, I ain't gonna say any type book. I just grabbed that one. I don't even think Penny referenced it in one or anybody else referenced me one. I just seen that one, seen the reviews on YouTube and on Amazon and grabbed that motherfucker. So it's like to conclude all this, bro, it's like what I'm seeing is like, especially like at this new time we in, bro. Like we seeing a whole different paradigm being ushered in. Like if you can look outside, if you do have an awareness of what so-called is being put on the news and what's the name, it's like, bro, listen. The system or whatever system that they tell us we live in, you see the shit crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about from the rappers to these folks, to the banks, to the financial systems, to the war. It's crumbling because that paradigm is coming to an end. The unfortunate thing is it may affect a lot of us on our everyday life. What's the word I'm trying to say? The everyday life level. You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing is the spiritual work that this guy's putting in, that I'm putting in. Everything we done sat here and told y'all about. You can grasp a pretty good concept of what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? The work on self, because we chose to incarnate during this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no ifs and buts about it. We chose, like you chose to be here at the certain time that you are in. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know this shift is coming. So, my thing is just to let people know, it's like, bro, yeah, it gets hard if you're doing some shadow work, the shadow work where you're deep diving into yourself. But like this book called it, like Top Will Shoot, is like the elements purification practice. That's basically what that means. The top was are the elements. So like it's helping you. This is you need to be purifying that level of you. You don't get rid of it, but you purify these things. You send them back through the refinery. You know what I'm saying? Same elements, same metals, but you refine these elements of yourself, bro, and it brings you to another level where you are lighter, you less dense in a sense of spirituality and mentally, and on that heart level. So that's like really what I'm doing this for, because I'm letting people know, like, I know I'm not alone, obviously, because people come in and write me and call me and talk to me, but it's like I'm in connection, and he's in connection, and I'm in connection with other folks that's doing the same thing, and it's just like they genuine. Like, surround yourself with the genuine folks who not trying to use your energy to whatever the case may be, their human agenda. Like, this guy's all about healing. Go to his page. You know what I'm saying? Go to his page, which I'm going to tag it in, drop it in the what's name. Like, but go to his page. This guy's all about that. And when I met him on Clubhouse, he was that. You see what I'm saying? He was that. When I met him in person finally, he was that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, find those genuine ones, bro, who actually bring you enlightenment. You know it's enlightenment if they make you turn inward. You see what I'm saying? If they make you turn inward. Now, motherfuckers sell products, nigga, we got bills to pay. So niggas buy products. You niggas spend it on Jordans and Harris and wigs and trips and strip clubs anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to show my respect to this guy right here, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
In
what?
You know what I mean?
4 years I done known this guy, bro. Like,
for real. Like,
and I'm locked in with him, bro. He locked in with me, bro. His heart solid, bro. Well, his heart light. Your heart light. You see what I'm saying? But I respect you, bro. I really appreciate you, bro. Really appreciate you, bro. So, for y'all, let them know your name again.
Yeah. His Royal Highness Kunaga Nakash. You can check me out on Instagram as Ayasco, AIASCO, or my YouTube, Neighborhood Negus. You know, Negus, Neighborhood Negus. Neighborhood Kings, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And yeah, you know what I mean? Tap in. Got a retreat coming up soon, Bali, Bali, Indonesia. So, you know, tap in if you want some information on that. Thank you very much again, you know what I'm saying, brother?
One more time.
Bring me on the platform, you know what I'm saying? Bring me to the space, you know what I mean? Like, y'all don't even know, man. This guy put y'all on some game, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the walk, the books, the practice, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's embodied. You feel me? Everybody don't be embodying it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, God. Appreciate you, God, for sure, man.
Yes, sir. We locked in.
We locked in. Bro, Oh, I'm about to say.